Yeah. You start with the bhajan. Our singer. Anantarupi. So everybody can. We can sing Anantarupi. No, they're not planning this one yet. We'll sing Anantarupi. Everybody knows that. No, she doesn't sing. We can sing Anantarupi.
Page number 15. Page number 15.
For me to meet all the devotees of Houston, at least yearly once. And really I am overwhelmed to hear the activities going on very well. Very successful center, I should say. And most recently, we have bought the land for making the home for Sri Ramakrishna. This is very splendid news. Really very splendid. And so I take this opportunity to express my gratitude for all the works being done for Sri Ramakrishna. And this spiritual retreat with Swami's always inspire everyone to lead spiritual life in a more zealous way. It is true, people living in the family life have to encounter so many problems, crises. It is established fact. From the time the life started, the problems also start. There is a law of nature. So to make us more strong, the problems come. It's just like going to gymnastics to develop the muscles. The more you exercise, the more you develop your muscles. Same way, these difficulties come to us to give us a lesson, to make us understand what is real, what is unreal. So, everything is for education. The whole creation is giving us a kind of education in the form of game. It's actually a game. Game between good and evil. Whoever pursues the path of good will become the winner. That means he will attain the supreme abode of God and experience immense peace and bliss. That's the ultimate goal. So to begin, before beginning my talk, I will offer my prayer to Sri Ramakrishna. Then I will start the today's topic. Waste no more time. Om Stapakaya Dharmasya Sarvadharma Swarupine Stapakaya Dharmasya Sarvadharma Swarupine Avatara Varishta Ramakrishna Asato ma sadgamaya Tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityormamritanamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Let us offer our salutations to Sri Ramakrishna, the Divine Supreme Master, the embodiment of all gods and goddesses, who came to establish religion universal. Let us pray to Him to lead us from the unreal to the real, to lead us from the darkness of ignorance to the light of knowledge, to lead us from death to immortality. Sri Ramakrishna's teachings have been given to us in most lucid manner in the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. Sri Ramakrishna wants every one of us to follow the spiritual path, not to give excuses. If you start giving excuses, lots of excuses will be there for you not to start spiritual life at all. So, in spite of our most busiest time, we should definitely fix some time for doing spiritual efforts. Without spiritual effort, we won't get anything regarding spirituality. The more we neglect, the more difficult it becomes for us to pursue the spiritual path. So, we have to awaken ourselves about the life which we should pursue. Not that we should give up your family life, not that way, but the way how you must conduct your life even when you are in family, how you must devote yourself to spiritual ideas and follow them in life as much as possible. So we need to organize spiritual ideas and practice them. So in order to do that, we must have firm conviction, strong faith, determination, discrimination. All these are very important. In fact, tomorrow I will be giving you a talk on the topic 4 pillars of spirituality. We will discuss them in detail tomorrow. We should be aware of the fact this present life is not the end of the life. Life is flowing like a river. The day that is done does not return. Blessed is he who uses his time fruitfully. Through many good deeds in many past lives, you have been born as a human being. So, you have earned the qualification to be born as a human being. After undergoing lots of other births, undergoing lots of experiences. So human birth is achieved because of the merit that we have acquired in our previous lives. So having got this most precious human life, we must make our life blessed by worshipping the Lord, by meditating on Him. It's very, very important. There is divine presence throughout the universe. He is Vishwatma, Paramatma. He is the soul of all souls. He pervades everywhere, all pervading. And He is present in everyone's heart. These are all established facts. The saints and sages have experienced the glory of God in their heart. So all the Mahatmas, holy people, they tell us, meditate on the divine at the heart center. Heart center is the place where one should focus on to have the blissful experience. Acharya Shankara, in his Viveka Chudamani, has given most wonderful teachings. There he has mentioned human birth, desire for liberation, association with the holy. Only through God's grace we obtain these various advantages. So, at least those who are in contact with Sri Ramakrishna, Holy Mother Sharda Devi and Swami Vivekananda, I should say, they are all blessed to the Master's grace, that we fulfill all these three important points which Acharya Shankara has mentioned us. So, those who come to Sri Ramakrishna, really, they aspire for liberation. Liberation from the worldly way of life. Liberation from liberation from miseries and sufferings. Liberation from all worldly type of temptations and experiencing the divine bliss. Sri Ramakrishna used to say, when you go to a temple in order to visit the deity, you will never see it if you spend your time doling out alms to the beggars. You must push through the crowd, enter the temple, worship the deity. Afterwards you can do whatever you want to do. So the first priority is go and offer your salutations to the Lord, offer your prayers. That's the first most priority. That's in our tradition. According to our Hindu tradition, as soon as we get up after taking the ablutions, the first thing is to enter the shrine, offer praise in a humble way, submit yourself totally, and pray for the well-being of all. Sarve janaah sukhino bhavantu, sarve santu niramayaha, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschit dukkha bhardave. Let all the people be happy, let all be free from disease and sufferings. So, we should pray for the well-being of everyone in this universe. That is the way of praying. In that prayer, we cherish love towards everyone. So, when you develop that concept, then you will understand the divine glory very clearly. Time is flying. It is flying with terrific speed, but we are not recognizing the speed. But it is flying. Waste no more time. For at most you have only another 3 or 4 years in which to struggle intensively. After that, your body and mind will grow weak and infirm, and your efforts will be limited. When you have got some energy in your system, you should be able to do something for your spiritual unfoldment. So, each one has to work oneself. Ideas are given, teachings are given, but you have to take them and practice it. It is just like food is available, you have to eat and nourish yourself. If you don't eat, you won't nourish. Same way, spiritual ideas also. We have to understand, assimilate, and practice. Many people generally, they say they cannot meditate for lack of time. That's very usual complaint. But the real cause is the restlessness of mind. Highly disorganized mind. Erratic way of mind. These are the causes. We have allowed the mind to become erratic, and afterwards we try to correct it, which is too late. Probably you have to be born again, but when you are taking birth again, you have forgotten what you have done in the past, again you commit mistakes. So we keep on repeating. So repeatedly, continuously we get blows, kicks and blows in life. Still we don't learn. See, now to use the example of camels. They eat thorny bushes. Blood be oozing out. Still it eats thorny bushes. But God has given intellect. We should use it properly. So, training, very, very important. Very important. Spiritual training should be given. Just as we give education to our children, same way we should give spiritual education to our children also. That was there in our old system, according to Indian tradition. But now, because of the modern technology, so much interfering, all that is noble is vanishing. But still, at least those who are serious should be able to take them and practice properly. Life like a stream is ebbing fast away. The day that is once gone can never be recalled. Make the best use of your time. If you leave it till the last moment, it will be too late then to cry. Alas, alas. So, crying will not help this problem. The remedy is not by brooding over weakness, but thinking of strength. Time waits for no man. Choose now, waste not another moment. So we must try to mold our mind in such a way that it will not think of anything but God. One way of doing it is trying to remember God at all times, even when you are working. It's quite natural for the mind to drift. It runs here and there. But then it is possible to bring back the mind and make to think of God again. So the idea is always you must be trying to think of God. That is one way of spiritualizing oneself. Just as every work has its purpose and time, you should also have an appointed time for calling on God. At that time, you should think of God and commune with Him, even though you may have 101 things to attend to. Swami Shivanji used to say, a devotee asked a question. Formerly, I used to do that, meditate and pray a great deal. But of late I have not been able to find the time, so I do it for just a little while. That's fine, but however little time you devote to meditation, do it with great earnestness and love. Even if you practice only 5 or 10 minutes, do it with your whole heart and soul. God is Antaryami. He dwells within the heart. He judges by your heart. He sees how much devotion you have, not the amount of time you spend on meditation. Devotee said, I wish I could do more, but I cannot make time. Every morning and evening, when I try to meditate, I have a feeling of great joy, so much joy that I do not feel like leaving my seat. The pressure of work forces me to do so. Swami Shivanji replied, there is something which is beyond your control, but mentally practice remembrance of the Lord. He dwells within and knows the earnestness in your heart. If you are sincere, God responds to that. So all the teachers have said, have a fixed time for your spiritual practice, for that is the source of all strength and power. It will not do if you belittle it, devoting less time to it. Swami Chidananda, one of the great disciples of Sri Ramakrishna, after Swami Vivekananda's lecture on Vedantism had been read, his words have melted away into the air. With all your renunciation and your learning, what have you been doing? Days are passing, but you are simply vegetating. Whoever feels or says as the Master did at the end of each day, oh Mother, the day is gone, yet I have not seen you. You are spiritless and inactive. Do you not feel your blood wax hot when you read the words of Swamiji? Who is living dead? He who is effortless. So Chidananda said to the devotee, you are 27 years old. Swamiji said that he had achieved everything by his 29th year. Live in the present. Make the best of your time and opportunities. Don't think of the future. Think of the present. How best you make use of the time, present day. That is very important. Why should you say you do not get enough time to devote yourself to meditation and japa? You can always have your time for it. You can practice meditation and japa even as you walk on the road. There was once a disciple of a guru who went to his guru and said, Master, I want to live a spiritual life. I want to live in the service of God. I want to go beyond the binding chains of this mundane, materialistic world. But I feel that I am not quite ready. My desires for a family, for wealth and enjoyment are still too strong. Grant me some time to fulfill these wishes, and then I will come to your holy feet. It's very interesting. So he is asking the teacher to allow him to enjoy for some time. And then he goes to choose the spiritual path. The Guru said, well, no problem, my child, because you said you have got a lot of desires for enjoyment and living a family life. Good. No problem at all. Go, get married, have a family and earn wealth. In 10 years, I will come back for you. My blessings are with you. Like the teacher said, after 10 years I will come to you. With the blessings of his Guru, the man went out and quickly found a beautiful girl to marry. And he had children with her, 3 beautiful children. And not only that, he became financially successful. So all his desires are fulfilled now. Married life, good life, children and wealth. After 10 years, exactly after 10 years, there was a knock on the door of their home. The man's wife opened to see a haggard-looking beggar standing on the doorstep. The beggar asked her to see her husband. At first she started scolding the beggar, thinking that he was just there to beg for money. But the husband came, realized he was not simply a beggar, he was his guru, who had told him that he would come after 10 years. So he lovingly invited him inside. Now, I have come to take you away from this world of illusions. Guru says, now that you have fulfilled your desire for having wife, family and earnings, you said you had strong desire that you have been fulfilled now. Come with me. Let me show you the way to God. When the teacher presented this proposition, then the man began to fumble. He looked at his Guru pitifully and said, Dear Master,